Supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Yeah.
David Park is on the
Yeah, you know what it is. We the head honchos. The number one podcast of Rellz and Blacko. We hitting hard. We got the balls. We at the top. Whoa. Just tune in every Monday at 9 for your favorite show. The Relaxation Hour. Yeah, you know what we be on. Might interview your favorite artist. Play your favorite song. Reporting live from NY. We up in every borough. Not to mention we worldwide. Got the game in the chokehold. We keep it ish poppin'. How you love that? Forever at the top. How you love that? We the life of the party, how you love that? Showing love to the artists, get it right back. So light you up an L and just kick back. We bout to get it poppin', is you ready yet? This show is for the real ones and the pretty ladies. Can't forget about my riffos and the project babies. It's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh, it's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh, it's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh, it's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another Monday night edition of the Rellz Relaxation Hour. I am your host, Rellz, joined by Blacko, whose favorite football players out here thirst trapping.
Listen, he got the money for it. Don't knock my man, yo. He got the money for it.
City Boys up 10,000 right now.
You know how much? Okay, you know how you gonna get thrown at him? This time he ain't gonna even throw the passes no more. They gonna get thrown at him.
The funny thing is that he ain't got to worry about cheating or nothing.
That too.
And that nigga couldn't wait. Yeah, retired 2 days later in his underwear taking pictures for the gram.
Think about it. Is his supposed wife, before the divorce even hit, she's on vacation with her trainer.
Yeah, I saw that. This nigga had the nerve to tag Gronk. He's like, yo, is this good? Did I do good? Like,
you can't try. First of all, you tagging the motherfuckers that's married in a relationship.
Yeah. Half naked man, yo, did I do good? Was it right? Did I do it right?
Listen, he know what he doing, man.
It was good though. How was your weekend, bro?
It was alright. It was alright. Just chill, maintain. What's a baby shower? Out to eat earlier. Other than that, nothing, man. Just spirit, just healing. That's it.
Spiritual healing?
Nah, not yet.
No, okay. Now you said healing. That's hilarious. Spiritual healing.
Nah. More so, it's spiritual. Nah, I can't say spiritual. My spirit's alright. Everything is mental. Everything got to be a mental healing. So, you got to start the mental first.
Yeah, I feel
so I hear people talking about they healing. I'm like, you start with your mental yet? People always start they emotions and all that. Nah, you got to start with the mental first.
Yeah, I got you. I feel you. Same here, bro. Same here.
How was your weekend?
It was all right. I was in the studio this weekend, working on my latest track. Nah. Shout out to Equation. I was in the studio with Equation this weekend. Me and Dawn was in the studio with her. She was working. She was putting down some songs. Getting ready for this weekend's event. The single release coming out this weekend. So make sure everybody come join us this weekend. Gonna be at Party Life Saturday night for the Equation single release party. So there you go.
Oh, audience, excuse the coughing. I'm dealing with after effects or something. No, not COVID. No, not the flu. No cold. Something internally. And nothing bad. Nothing. I know that rain. That's not easy, not like that. But I know.
Yeah, it's not Tyler Perry related, guys.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, facts. We're not Tyler Perry, but those are just healing from something, trying to slowly. So, yeah.
Shout out to this crazy ass weather too, man.
Yo, bro, let me say something to you. Friday and Saturday had me like, nah, I ain't with it.
Yeah, and this Sunday, and today is like two totally different days.
Yeah, facts. I almost caught myself walking my jacket open today while I was up on CT. But I was like, nah, I mean, not playing myself. But I was like, nah, it's Friday on my way home from work. I see my people. They're like, yo, we outside. Who the fuck is we?
On a Friday, and it was like 5 degrees outside.
Bro, off the train, first of all, I had to apologize to one of my bros. I almost cut him. Because I'm walking with my head down. He walked towards me like, yo, what up? Can't do that.
Not nowadays.
I'll go straight to the hip. And that's it. I will scale your ass like a fish.
He's
Don't
like,
play
whoa,
with
whoa,
me.
whoa, whoa, bro, chill. My bad.
Yeah, I had to look up like yo. He said, he said, bro, you had the headphones on too. I had to play it. You can't do that. Like, nah, it's too cold that too. Mm.
I seen some KD. I seen Sub Zero Mortal Kombat with the North Face. That's how cold this weekend was.
Yo, bro, this week was brutal. Yo, listen, man, they really need to yeah, you know, I actually felt bad for the homeless people that was outside during this cold. You know, because they really sometimes they have nowhere to go. They be on the train station and all that. I
You
feel
can't
bad for them when they outside. And I hate when I see them on the train sleeping.
you
Like,
can't
come on,
brace
get the fuck
yourself for
up.
this cold. You can't brace yourself for this cold weather. No way.
Nah, you really can't. You definitely can't. So
Bro, I worked in this Saturday, and this is like no matter how much I try to avoid the cold, man, I couldn't. Man, I'm talking about 3 layers up. Talking about scarf on. Like,
bro,
hey,
I
babe, what's
kid
up,
you
babe?
not. Everybody get the peace sign for me.
that way he don't cough on y'all. Y'all don't get sick, so don't worry, guys.
Facts, right? But nah, you know what this with me, bro? I look at this cold weather as I get older, and I tell myself like, yo, do I really want to stay up north? Like, yo, do I want to deal with this cold weather for the rest of my life?
But you gotta admit though, it's been cold this winter, but it ain't been New York. It ain't been regular winter cold. Like
You
we
know
had
what
a
I'm
couple
worried.
days, but not a lot.
You know what I'm worried about? No, this is no bullshit. I got a feeling before this winter time is over, we'll get hit with a snowstorm.
And it's gonna be a bad one too.
It's gonna be a very bad one. I
And
just
you heard
hope
it right here, and I will not be at work either.
and I
You
just
heard it
hope
here.
when it happens, it's on a work day.
I don't care what day it is. I will not be at work.
Nah, I don't care if it's Monday. I can stay home. If it's listen, my job don't play that because a lot of them live in Long Island and on Westchester, so you already know how that goes with trains.
Hmm.
We in the city. I could take the train. That shit gonna work.
Bro, listen. I realized when we had our big manager came in, like I want to say, a beginning of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Our big manager came in. We asked him the question, right? We was like, "Yo, so why is it like so? Say for example, if it snows a lot, right, and I go to work, and then there's nothing to do because trucks are not coming in, parcels not coming in, mails not coming in. We sitting there, right?
Yeah.
So then they go. It's like 1 o'clock. I've been there since 8:30. It's 1 o'clock, and I'm waiting. And they say, "Okay, you can go home, but you still got to use your time." Yeah. So when we asked him about it, he didn't have an answer for it. He was just like, "Yo, so what about the people who come in and then they leave early and they got to use their own time?" And he was just like, "I know it's an unfortunate situation," and that was all his answer was.
Yeah,
At that
sometimes
point,
honestly, bro. Sometimes you gotta understand these supervisors. Some of them, not all of them, don't really give a shit.
it's
Plain and
easy to
simple.
say.
That's how
It's
I
easy
go.
to say
Like they
that.
don't care.
It's easy to have that answer when you're sitting in a house all day,
That's
or you
exactly
sitting
what
in
it
your
is.
house and you're not leaving your house, but you want us to go to work, and then like, cause that happened I want to say last year, cause it only snowed like really crazy like one time last year, and that was like December 2021, right? We went to
Yeah.
work, got to work at like 8, got there, was like 4 parcels to the route. Okay, go drop off those parcels. All right, cool. Come back. It's like 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, just sitting in the office doing nothing. Then all of a sudden, 11 o'clock comes, 12 o'clock comes, sitting in the office doing nothing. 1 o'clock comes, we just like, "Yo, we leaving." They's like, "All right, cool. Like, here, just put your slip in so you can put your time in."
Bro, that's like people that work through COVID. I worked through COVID. Like they gave us like 3 months off at first. When the whole city
Mhm.
was locked down. They didn't know what to do. But then we had to go back and work through COVID, and that was every day. Sometimes you have people still to this day at my job that work 3 days, come in for 3 days, stay home for 2 days.
Hmm.
But then you have guys like people like me that work 5 days a week. That's I've been doing that since the whole COVID. And it's like y'all can make all these rules from the house, but y'all not in the field with us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not in
Exactly.
the field with us, don't try to make these rules while you home in comfort. We on the train every day, dealing with the COVID people, touching the poles and all that. No matter how careful you try to be, you can't avoid certain germs, man.
Nah, nah, nope.
You can't. Like people understand that shit. Like you try to avoid all the germs you want to. Like I know people that got COVID in the house, just stay home. I know people that wear masks 24/7, gloves, all that shit, still got COVID. Like it's unavoidable. It's all about your system. If your system can tolerate that shit, and it's gonna tolerate it. tolerated. Like me, I get sick for the littlest things. If
Yeah, me
somebody
too.
sneeze, if somebody sneezes in front of me, it's over.
You might wink in front of me, I might get sick. It just
Facts.
depends. Like my immune system's so weird because like when I was younger, I used to catch everything under the sun. Like I'm the only person I know that ever had scarlet fever.
What the hell is that?
Exactly my point.
It's not a
Exactly my point.
it's not a 1765 disease you had.
But bro, when I was in 8th grade, I caught scarlet fever. Right. This is how bad it was. Right. I didn't go to school for like 2 weeks. I didn't eat for like a week and a half. Bro, I started 8th grade. No lie. I started. What I weigh now is what I started in 8th grade. Right. That goes to show you the difference, right? I was 232 in 8th grade when I started 8th grade. I got sick when I graduated, and I was 174.
The fuck? You got the Spanish flu. You got the original. You got the original flu.
I'm saying I'm the only person I'm the only person I know ever had scarlet fever.
Bro, when I hear people right now talk about they get
Don't laugh at me. That's not funny. If I was around, you would have been taking care of me back then.
what people be saying they have shingles. I'm like, the fuck is shingles?
Oh, now shingles is I can't tell you what it is, but I'm pretty sure.
It's like it's a rash to the skin, a very bad
No, don't
rash
worry.
to the skin.
Department of Health Marty's going to tell you right now because she's going to tell you what shingles is.
Yeah, bro, you got shingles, all that shit. Listen,
I had measles, bro. I had measles. I had mumps. I had
that.
chickenpox. I had scarlet fever.
Son,
I had
you need to fuck out of website.
pink eye, ringworm, broken ribs, broken bones, bro. Like if it was anything that a kid had, I had it.
Nah, mostly with me, I had the chickenpox, of course. They used to give you that pink bottle pull over your fucking skin.
Calamine lotion.
Yeah, right. Fucking that you barely could find that anywhere. Then you got what else you got?
Now she don't want to tell me.
I had the flu. I had pneumonia. I think I had everything I had. No bullshit. Everything I had. Pneumonia is probably the worst. And I'm talking about even with COVID. Pneumonia was the worst I ever had.
Okay, so I would almost agree with you, right? Mm-hmm. If I didn't have scarlet fever. You see what I'm saying? Because like scarlet fever, like I'm literally inclined to Google that shit right now and read what it means. Like right. Because I had it in 8th grade, so
it's a Webster disease. You gotta get out of there.
No, it's not. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
It is. Only people on West Side of that shit. You tell somebody that right now in another part of the world, they're looking at you like you crazy.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Oh yeah.
I don't want.
Yeah, it's a bad. It's very rare. Fewer than 20,000 people had it, and I was one of those 20,000 people. So check it out. A bacterial illness that develops in some people who have strep throat.
I had that.
Yeah.
I had that.
Oh, strep throat too is the worst. Oh.
Shout out to the stupid ass hospital that tried to make me swallow a whole pill, and I'm telling them my throat is closed, can't do nothing.
Right?
You know, dumbasses. Man, they closed down now. They Our Lady of Grace. Now it's Monster Fair. You idiots. So I'm like, hey, take this big ass pills this big. I'm like, how am I supposed to take that? You idiots. Like, I can't do nothing. Like,
well, see, a reactivation of the chickenpox virus in the body causing a painful rash. Anyone who's had chickenpox may develop shingles. It isn't known what reactivates the virus.
Listen, every 100, I tell people this all the time. You know, I do my little research. Every 100 years we get these pandemic viruses. 100 years just said we had COVID.
Yeah.
So
was it 1920? Was the Spanish flu, right?
1917 right? And all that. Yeah.
The Spanish flu, right?
Mm-hmm. That took people out. That was the most deadliest virus. Then years after that we had the bird flu and everything out there. Here comes what's that shit called? The pneumonia hits.
Let's not forget the worst virus of them all. Brooklyn.
all these fucking diseases is crazy. Like every year is going through something.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
It's crazy though. Still to this day, the worst virus of all is still that was targeting minorities, HIV, AIDS. Because nobody knows to this day where it came from. It just so happened to be like Dave Chappelle. It just so happened to be everywhere where the whites hate us.
They dropped it in the hood. Yo, I don't know if you ever remember. I don't know if you ever watched this TV show. Remember, I can't remember the name of the show, but remember they used to just leave cars open in the hoods, and people would be dumb enough to be curious to just get in the car thinking they could get away with the shit.
Nah, I don't remember that.
I forgot what time. It might have been on True TV, maybe. But it was like it used to be. They used to leave like a dummy car like in the hood, right, with the door open and windows down. Dudes would literally walk by it, look around, see if nobody's there, open the car, get in the car, and then try to drive off and cops pull up.
See, no. You know what I do? When I see people car and windows open, I look around to see if somebody left their shit to tell them like, yo, you left your shit open. I'm not one of those to go in the car like, let me see what they got in it. Hell no. It'd be just my luck. I'll be made an example of. I don't do that.
You be the dude on the TV show.
Matter of fact, other day was I'm walking home in the freezing cold, and some dude had his van car, his car door open, everything. I'm like, first of all, I thought that was a rape van, so I'm looking around, make sure nobody hop out trying to get me, trying to take me.
Well, get you.
You never know, man. People try to take anybody.
They gonna take you. If they're gonna take you, they taking the hat.
First of all, I'm pulling. Listen, if somebody try to grab me, just one person, and you strong enough to grab me, 300 pounds of me, good luck to you. You deserve to take me.
First of all, once they find out your immune system is bad, they're not gonna want nobody parts or organs.
Listen, man. But now I seen that shit because they had it. They had it by the gym. You got all the kids that shit come.
Yeah, that's the worst place to have.
So
yeah,
that's why I stopped. I looked around. I'm looking, and I seen the person. He was in the back of his trunk messing with something. I'm like, yo, man, you gotta close your door. He's like, I didn't even know I left that open. I'm like, yeah, all right. Like we don't play those games now with the kiddies, man.
Dude was like, oh damn, he's not watching these kids out here.
Not with the kiddies, we don't play those games. And there's not so many people now. You know, I have a lot of people that walk past on some like, oh well, whatever. That's
exactly.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I don't think. I'll be honest with you. I don't think we do enough nowadays. And when I say that, meaning like, how many people are really gonna? And with the way, and I have to flip this because I didn't put it in a different perspective. With the way the world is today,
yeah.
How many people will sit there and try to stop somebody from try to stop a kid from getting abducted as opposed to just pulling their phone out to record it?
You absolutely right. That's a damn good question because you don't know that. Everybody's quick to their phone. It's just like everybody quick to do grab their phone. So, bro, I don't depend on the white help. Like even I've been on a train, I look at people, I watch people and all that, and I say to myself like, yo, everybody's so busy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been on a train playing my Candy Crush and all that too, but I'm always aware of what I'm doing. You have people that just won't help. Like for instance, like that shit was a year, 2 years ago. When the dude's on 2 train and he's hitting the homeless lady, kicked her on her face, and everybody's recording this shit instead of helping. Like, come on, man, you crazy? Like you bugging the fuck out. Like y'all, like that should be somebody's mom's. That could be your mom's.
I'll be honest with you, bro. There's nothing in my thought process that will make me be like, yo, it's time for me to take my phone out and record.
Bro, I don't like taking my phone out when I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, imagine me. Oh my God, wait. If I can help, I'm helping. What I'm taking my phone out for, it's not helping. Solve the case. Like, what are you taking your phone? That's like when was it?
And when people put it out there, they ain't put it out there to solve a case, like you said. They put it out there just so they can say they was the first one to do it.
Yeah, like that's like what? Like last year, I seen the video. It was a boyfriend stabbing his girlfriend up in front of the mother and father. The father was like damn near 70 years old. He could barely help his daughter, but he was trying. But you had motherfucking men out there with their phones out like, oh look. Oh my God, why nobody helping them? Put your fucking phone down and help. I think Shorty survived. I'm not too sure, but I think she did. I think she did actually.
Even if she did survive, so that's just emotional and mental. That's emotional and physical scars for the rest of our life.
Facts. Yo, dudes is fucking crazy, man. Like, dudes nuts, man. There's no other way to put it around it. Yo, dudes motherfucking crazy, especially when it comes to these women. And it's like, it's not even a tight episode for it, but yo, fellas, listen up, man. It's too many women out there for you to choose the one that want to risk your life over that. And I mean risk your life, I mean throw your life away. Granted, I'm not saying breakups is hard. Everybody, nobody brush breakups off, but still, it's not for me. Like, all right, she broke with me, I'm a killer. Like, yeah, for what, man? Like,
yeah, dude's first reaction be like, yo, she won't be with me, or she ain't gonna be with nobody else. Like,
yeah, you be having that. You be having that type of shit. Like, yo, I'm going to kill her.
And it's hard to say. And it's hard. And you know the sad part about it, bro? It's not even a specific age group. Like, cause
Bro,
you got the young dudes
look
out
at,
here who be want to fight these girls who break up with them. Then you got the older men who be want to kill these girls who break up with them.
bro. 2 months
So
ago, remember that little 16-year-old boy shot that girl, his girlfriend, because she broke up with him in Harlem.
remember, the college basketball player a couple weeks ago
But
shot
he's
the
dead.
girl, whatever,
Yeah.
just because she didn't even want to talk to him.
Bro, let me say something here. I've been in love before. Everybody been in love before, but I ain't been in that much love before. I'm good. I done had some good box before. I ain't had that much good box before. Maybe what's some I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill myself. No, 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 no. No, it's not.
Yeah, because I
Listen,
think that's the worst part too. Because these dudes kill the girls and then be like, "Yo, I'm not going to jail. I'm gonna kill myself."
yeah,
Like,
like
if you not to say killing the female right, because it's not. But if you're gonna kill a female, bro, then be man enough to take your responsibility. They just the easy way out is to kill themselves after.
that is their responsibility because they feel like I did what I had to do. She
That's
ain't here,
it.
now I'm not gonna be here. Cause you know, there's a lot of them kill themselves because they don't want that shit on their conscience for the rest of their life. That's what it comes down to. They don't want that shit on their conscience. So it's like I'd rather get rid of myself than it's like to live and deal with that.
Well,
She
they could
might have
burn.
they might have family inside that might want them and all that shit. Like, nah,
They
I'm
could
good.
burn. They could burn with the Chinese balloon. Man.
Stupid. The
Matter of fact,
spy
before we get
balloon.
into Titanic, what did you think about that?
I actually just read about it a little while ago. I seen it. I thought the shit was a joke.
I'm trying
Like
to
I'm
figure out
like,
how that
oh,
shit made it
okay,
from China all the way to fucking North Carolina before it got shot down.
bro. It's so much shit that goes on, man. That's why I don't. When it comes to U.S. stuff, honestly, we're the fucking worst.
Let me ask you a question. Do
Whole,
you believe
whole,
it?
um, well, China's quote unquote responsible is y'all shot out balloon now. Now anything goes. So who
Yeah,
knows?
I heard about that too. Yep, I heard about that too.
I legitimately just think these countries want war, but don't want to be the ones that start it.
Yeah, yeah, it seems that
You
way.
got Russia. Russia just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna start. We're gonna start, and it is what it is. Who gonna stop us?" Now you have the powerhouses, China. You have America. Now it's like, yo, hey, listen, who gonna make the first move of this war? A lot of people understand World War III is gonna wind up happening either in our time or in our time later. It's gonna happen. Even though a lot of new technology, all this money, and all that, this is it's gonna wind up happening, and it sucks. Too many other in between wars happen for not to happen.
Mm-hmm. I
And
wish
we have a policy of not minding our business with other people's affairs.
absolutely that's the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem.
So it's never going to be a situation where it's going to be something like, yo, hey, there's no war. Imagine a world with no war.
There's no money to be made. You can't if there's no war, there's no weapons. If there's no weapons, there's no money to be made from the government for making and selling these weapons.
We can never be at peace. First of all, think about it. We can't be at peace with ourselves. Imagine being at peace with other people.
Oh, that was deep, man. That was deep. You should put that like in a shirt. That
it's,
was deep.
it's truth. Everybody, listen. You gotta understand something. Like, along with still things like racism, things like capitalism, superiority. Probably said that wrong, but everybody wants to be the top dog. You understand that? Everybody wants to be number one. In U.S. mind, we always gonna be number one. In China mind, they're number one. In Japan minds, North and South, they're number one. Russia, forget it. They always think number one. Even when they had an upfront defeat, they always think they're number one. The country that don't get bothered is Canada. They don't give a fuck.
That's what happens when you have free healthcare.
So nobody wants peace. As long as you think you're number one, it's always gonna be a way you're gonna want to show out to show your strength of being number one.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, think about Australia. Nobody bothered Australia.
Mm.
Think any little thing could set us off. Any little thing. It's just nobody want to take that first step and go in the history books of they started it.
Yep, you're right.
They started it. And the guns and ammunition is totally different. So nah, we good. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate it.
Yeah, see, I told you. I'm telling you, man. In your book of Blacko, you should put that down.
I thought about doing a book. I ain't gonna hold you. Actually, no, I ain't lie. I actually thought about doing a book for years. And this actually before I met you, because that's why I say it's go a long time.
Oh, that's wrong. That's like 50 years ago.
Hey, stole it. It's just you know this doing a book, bro. You gotta really sit down and think about what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta,
Like,
yeah, you gotta put it in timeline. You gotta really think if there's certain things you want to open up about.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, as of recently, I actually been digging in my old bag, like to really figure out what to do and everything. And it's like, yo, I might, there's only one life to live. You get them continues. You might have to start, bringing the shit out that you've been wanting to do. You older now. Your finances a little better. You might could play around. Fuck it. It don't work. It don't work. Hey, at least you did it.
Listen, man. If you want to break dance like you wanted to do since you was 5, go ahead, man. Don't let the world stop you.
Man, listen. Only dance I did when I was young, I still could do it now. Tootsie Roll, baby. That's my shit. You might catch me doing it.
Congratulations, people. You heard it here first. He said Saturday he gonna do the Tootsie Roll.
Nah,
So,
chill. You can catch me down. I'm being a cut, spying, sit with my death row chain on.
sure gonna say come to death row.
Facts.
Now you gonna have a picture. You're sure gonna have a picture of Tom Brady thirst trapping on the couch.
Nah. That's it. I have a shirt that say it's gonna say "Welcome to Death Row Bompton" on it. Why not? Tribute to Suge.
Wow.
Your Sugar Wild Boy, man. Like shout out to Suge Knight, man. That's one guy I do want to meet. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I definitely would like to meet Suge Knight.
Oh, real quick before we get into it, because we have not stayed on topic, but we have been on topic technically. So the topic tonight is pros and cons of podcasting. So this when we talk about random stuff right now is actually pros and cons of podcasting. It actually fits all into the whole topic period because it's all about podcasting. Whether it's good information, bad information, whether it's just us sitting here with a topic every week, or whether it's just us freestyling off the top of our head. At the end of the day, it's just podcasting of all different types. So don't think that like we really went off topic. We really did. It's just we actually just having a conversation with the people.
That's facts. That's definitely facts. Because at the end of the day, we got these podcasts out here who but we almost had a commercial break. So
That's why I said that.
But yeah, you got a lot of podcasts out here that's great pros, very bad cons, and even shouldn't be podcasting. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're shit that we just discussed about the whole war and everything, relationships, they have podcasts for that. I try to watch them. I don't like getting to conspiracy theories, so I leave the war part alone. As far as like the whole relationship aspect, I catch those because in fact you always want to hear everybody different. Everybody have a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. My bad. They outside arguing and shit right outside my window.
Yeah, KD said the pro is podcasting is therapeutic. Yeah, if with the right podcast, I'll sit here and say this. Once we come back from the break, we'll talk about the real pros and cons of podcasting. So we'll just just freestyle it out for the next 5 minutes. But
it's already 9:30, bro. Give me 5 minutes. It's already 9:30.
No, it's not 26. 4 minutes.
Oh, I should say 9:30. See, my shit.
Oh,
but not his. His thing pros and cons podcast. Like it is therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you have different genres. This is why I understand when people go some like, yo, why do people podcast this, that, and the third? Like, yo, podcasts help people. And then there's a lot of people that be sitting back that have the voice, that have the knowledge to get certain shit out that get through people. I'm quite sure the shit that mean you talk about we get through people. We may not know, they may not say nothing, but we talk some shit and it get through people. Because at the end of the day, we're not celebrities. Like people, this thing that kills me. You have celebrities that podcast.
We are celebrities. Don't sell yourself short, man.
Never that. I'm talking about the ones that everybody follow.
They follow us.
I'm talking about the. Let me rephrase that. The blue checkers on IG.
Oh, all right, cool.
And all that. Yes, that's the one thing. Like when they make these podcasts, first a lot of them said they didn't want to do it. That's one. But they see how it is, they see how it is, how the influences is that they step into the world of podcasting. A lot of them be talking about bullshit. Like I said, I watch them. A lot of them talk about bullshit. But at the end of the day, they be sitting like, sometimes I don't want to hear from a celebrity. I like hearing from regular people, like myself. The ones that walk the 9 to 5 routes every day, that walk through these neighborhoods and all. I don't want to hear about nobody that's in the mansion. What you got to tell me? Because at the end of the day, we don't live the same life for you. Like, coming up, maybe I don't listen like damn, I bet they talk some shit I need to hear. If you're not telling me nothing, you just telling me stories in industry. I know sometimes I don't want to hear stories in industry.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. Nah, I like podcasts because it's I want to hear something that's gonna get through to me, not some shit. I'm gonna be on something like this, like, all right, another rumor. All right, cool. All
Yeah,
right, they slept with this person. All right,
yeah.
cool.
Like for me, it depends on the podcast. It depends on the time of the day. Like I could be at work and I'll listen to wrestling podcasts, whatever. I listen to this one. I listen to the actual wrestling one that I do on Thursdays. But then
Mhm.
sometimes I have like my dark horse ones. Like I listen to a podcast that calls Black Men Needs Therapy. Like,
Who?
and it's called Black Men Need Therapy.
We do.
Yeah, but it's a podcast for it. It's a podcast called Black Men Need Therapy. So
That's
I listen to
that's
that
perfect title.
sometime. Yep. So I listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a lot of stuff that like we go through on a daily basis that these dudes went through, and you hear it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
So you can't. Sometimes if like I'll listen to conspiracy theory ones too, just to see like. But it's funny though because when I listen to them, it's like would it grab my attention or does it not? Honestly, I listen to it for about 5 minutes and I'm just like I can't listen to this no more.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just feel like it just be doing too much. You know what I mean? You could tell. Honestly, you could tell when a podcaster is not authentic.
Yeah. Facts. Right now, there's one podcast. Right. So here's the cons. I'm gonna speak about one con because there's a bunch of them. Whatever. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk when we come for break. We'll talk about that. Cause I
All
ain't
right,
gonna lie,
so
I don't fuck with certain podcasts because he's a liar.
okay, that sounds real good to me. All right, so we're going to take this quick break. If you're looking to start a podcast on the Evening Rush Network and you're not a conspiracy theorist, this is how you do it.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it. Now, here are our sponsors.
Welcome back, yo. Sponsored tonight by 2920 Clothing, Bobby D Customs, Credit Envy Repair. Welcome back to the Rellz Relaxation Hour. Back with Blacko, who's about to let the world know what he thinks about certain podcasters. So the floor is yours.
Thank you, my brother. All right, now we just basically somewhat talk about the pros of podcast shit. I'm gonna tell you about the cons. Like I said, I'm not gonna name drop other people's podcasters because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be disrespectful to other people's work or what they do because actually, crazy shit is they have a following, which which is crazy. Now, this is a podcast. This is a dude who podcast, right? Now, I catch this podcast because you know, he started off lying. He started off lying about a certain rapper individual. And I'm gonna say who he lied. He basically tried to lie about Jim Jones. I think I told you about this before.
Mm-hmm.
And before he's in the world of podcasting, I think someone just came home, whatever. He's a red ragger. And like red rag means he's a blood, whatever. Well, he don't claim it no more because a lot of them was on his ass for a lot of shit he say in his podcast. But, he started off lying about having paperwork on Jim Jones, how Jim Jones was an informant, this, that, and the third. And he tried to fake expose him. So what he kept doing was going on different podcasts, was entertaining his foolery. Then when the topic always come up on some like, yo, with a paperwork guy, he never had a paperwork. He deviate from the conversation. But every time you get on podcast, he always say, y'all don't do this podcast shit, this, that, and the third. Then it goes to, yo, you want to follow me? Follow me. I'm gonna drop the paperwork. I'm gonna start this and the third one. They started the whole podcast. Come to find out, he admitted he was lying. So, yeah. So basically, he started his podcast started based off a lie, and that's one of the cons to it. And with his podcast is he has a habit of exposing. But a lot of people understand, like when I like last week we spoke about the whole gang shit. And that's why I was watching. This is a major con to this shit. Last week I spoke to y'all about the gang shit. I didn't get real too in depth into it with y'all. But at one certain point in time, during gangs start beefing with each other. I never knew why. A lot of us never knew why we was beefing with each other. But watching these podcasts, what I consider cons, start to let you know. A lot of these dudes was beefing with each other that caused shit to spill in the street. So now you fast forward to now, is more so is these dudes are on these podcasts trying to quote unquote expose each other, but they supposed to be down for brotherly love. That's why I said these is cons. These supposed to be gangsters out here. So you got these former gangsters out here who join these podcasts for the wrong reason, trying to expose. And what that does is bring up old beefs, talk about old murders. I watch everything for the guys in New Orleans, from the new guys. Sorry to keep going, y'all. Um, Cash Money Baby and Slim, their little brother, Gangster. I watched his podcast. He just came home. He did like 28 years for a couple of murders, and you know, I'm glad you know, Katie. But so he just came with 28 years, and he on the podcast now, and what he tried to do, he tried to speak to the youth, but not to follow his steps, because he was a stepper. He was known to be a stepper. He was known as a hot boy. But you have these old guys he used to beef with. Now they jump on the podcast. What these podcasters do now, say like we got us, we did, have an interview with somebody from New Orleans that had beef with him. Now we bringing up old beefs, old murders now. So a lot of people understand, like, listen, the gangster, he's the reason why Cash Money and No Limit will never ever be cool with each other, or Baby and Master P will never be cool with each other, because they have beef on both sides. He allegedly murdered colored people on No Limit side. But then again, he admitted to his wrongs, like, yo, this, that, and the third ain't happened, boom, boom, boom. But now, like I said, you have these old gangsters who's way older than us in their 50s getting podcasters want to exploit what happened back in the day, digging up old wounds. This is why I say these are the cons of podcasts, because simple fact, some things need to be taken off the air. YouTube is run by people who see this shit and they just like, nah, you know what? Nah. But then again, this is why this looks sad on our people, because it come from our people. We bring the violence. We bring the old school the violence because this is what we're used to. Mm-hmm. But then you have guys like me and you who try to speak to the people on the positive side, on the pro side. We don't get the notoriety. We don't get the 10,000 views because we speak the truth. We in the pro side. The con side, a lot of people understand when it comes to cons of podcasting, it's always going to win.
Bro, controversy creates cash.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And these motherfuckers get paid for that, bro. Mm-hmm. They get paid to shit on the next person or talk about an old murder. I'm not gonna lie. I watch all the mafia, not all of them, some of the mafia dudes podcasts. It's entertaining a lot, because I've always been a fan of organized crime. I've always been, deep into mafia history. So when I hear them talk, I'm like, damn. Like that dude, Sammy Bull podcast, I love his podcast. Son don't care. Son don't give a fuck. He keeps it straight real. But like you said, don't clickbait some motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. So KD said one of the cons of podcasting is possible competition among so-called friends.
Yes, that's true. Because that same podcast I just told y'all about, there's a bunch of them on there. Now all of a sudden they quote unquote be beefing with each other on their own all separate podcasts. So that's the con. People think, like people need to understand something. I understand, like, especially the because like I said, podcasts have so many different genres: the love, the hate, the gangs, the how to make money, marketing, all types of shit. But the negative ones always override. You go on YouTube right now, you can make it like right now. You see how we got us, right? I bet you if we jump into the negative zone, it's already promoting on YouTube or IG. I bet you the views go up.
Of course, of course.
If we start shitting other podcasts, it's like, yo, this guy out here, fuck this podcast and third, the algorithm itself is gonna be that one person like, yo, they gonna go to him like, yo, these people say, fuck you, this, that, and the third, your podcast is this XYZ. Now it's gonna be a back and forth because now it's gonna have people on tune into what we gotta say each and every week. If we're gonna this person, we're gonna this that person.
Mm. Yeah. People look at us, not us, but people look at podcasters and be like, oh, it's easy. If they could do it, we could do it. And then we could do it better. And then, you know, like us, like we've always said it from the jump. Like we have no problem interviewing people or bringing people on the show to be a co-host for the week or whatever the case may be. But you won't. There's about a 90% chance you won't get that elsewhere.
Yo, bro, the other day, right? I was watching the podcast live on IG. You know, how you scroll through IG, you scroll through the clips and ever, and just happened they was live. They was live, and I was liking the shit they was talking about. I'm not gonna hold. I was digging it. I introduced myself, Young Blacko from the Rellz Relaxation podcast. This, that, and the third. Introduced myself. You know, boom, nice to meet y'all, fellas. Only one that was like, yo, it's good, bro. What's going on? The rest of them, they seen it. Oh, I kept pushing. And I kept talking. I'm in the comments box. Yo, y'all shit is fire. Yo, keep doing what y'all doing. Only one of them, like it was like 5 of them on it. Yeah, yo. Only one of them, yo, good looking, bro. I see you. And that right there lets me know, like, damn. So it takes one of y'all. It's like nobody else see it, but only one person see it. And the one person that was seeing it wasn't even his show. He was just a guest on it. The person that was show, I'm like, yo, well, like, I'm sitting there answering questions like I'm doing the Q&A.
Because I think for certain podcasters, they feel like it's a privilege for them for us to view them.
Let me say something to you. Listen, everybody's different knowledge, everything. Everybody got different experiences. Me and you got the same experiences, but in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So I might be like, oh, Rellz, you went through this, right? Yeah. How was your experience? You gonna tell me, and I can tell you the same thing. It'll be totally different things, but we went through it.
Yep. Two different perspectives.
People don't think like that. People will think like, yo, you're on my podcast. What you trying to do on my podcast? I'm on your podcast. I'm here. Like, this could be one big world united thing. Like, people don't understand that. You got people all over the world that's podcasting. Mm-hmm. You know how much gap stack of bridge if everybody from different parts of the world will speak with each other?
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, let's say we meet somebody that's from from the Ukraine. They got the war going on, and we going back and forth. We talking to them, interviewing them. Look how much shit we can learn from the process what they going through out there.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We talking to somebody from the U.S. They interested to know what's going on here. How can they help? People don't think like that. And I love to meet different people from podcasts, honestly, especially if you from different places. Hell yeah, because I'm gonna be one of those that want to know. Since I started doing a road trip and shit, I like to get around the travel. I might come to your city like, yo, I'm out here. What's up? Might hit a live with you like, yo, what's up? Standing third, like, you know, the show that we unite, the show of the podcasters. We do this. This is the pros of podcasting.
Mm-hmm. The pros of one of the biggest pros of podcasting is the ability to network with anybody, anywhere.
Bro, honestly, a lot like 90% of the podcasts is not getting no bread off these things right here, right? Mm-hmm. So we all kicking the knowledge, experience, everything we go on to. So there should be no reason that anybody should be hating. Not one bit. Nobody should be hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we could talk about the cons of this shit all day. Let's talk about the pros. Let's the people hear the pros of what with this podcasting game. Like, for instance, right here, there's a lot of people in this comment box that either comment box that view us we don't personally know, but they might see in the street like we watch our show. Mm-hmm. That shit will make me feel real good. I had that before. Somebody came to me like, yo, you look familiar. But my Bronx instance is like, how you know me? So
yeah, I get it.
But they tell you I watch the show. And since doing the show, here's one of my main pros is doing the show. I have opened up way more. Yeah, like this. Yeah, everybody who watches the show every week has learned way more about me than all of us who know me damn near my whole life. And that's a lot.
Word, because he don't talk, yo.
I do talk. I like to talk a lot of shit.
The cons, the camera or mic can't get to your head. I wouldn't say the camera or mic as much as I would say the exposure. Meaning, if you develop a big following after a while, you might think you're like a lot bigger than what you might actually be. Because let's be clear, you could be a podcaster, you could have 1,000 followers, but if you ain't making no money off of it, then what are you really? You're just a regular podcaster. Like honestly, or but at the same time, on a different token, you can have 1,000 followers, and we can have a topic like say like abuse or whatever, and then like you say, how you met somebody on the street, and then that person could have been like, yo, I watched your show, I came across it, I watched your show, yo, you helped me get through this abuse that I was going through, you helped me figure some things out. You just changed one person's life now, and that would have been the least thing you would have expected to ever happen.
And that's facts. And I'm gonna tell, I'll put it to the people right now. Let me say to everybody that's listening, that's watching. I go through mental shit every motherfucking day. And I'm not saying suicidal thoughts, none of that. Here's the pros and cons of me. I'm a thinker. I think every day of the hour. So here's my issue. Being that I'm a thinker, I think ahead, what's going on behind me, everything. Being a thinker will put you in the best space and the worst space. It's two sides to a coin.
Mm-hmm.
So I go through shit every motherfucking day. That's why I laugh, I joke, because some fact once I start thinking, I'm in a whole nother mood. And it's gonna put me in a space where I gotta get myself out of it. So everybody out there who might think like, yo, I'm going through this and going through that. Trust me, it's somebody like me, like you, that's out there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. I just started learning how to enjoy myself, yo. And I'm be keep it always stacked with y'all. That open road showed me how to. I need to start enjoying myself way more, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. And there's people out there, and shout out to these podcasts. These podcasts that's help. Like you gonna find a podcast on Instagram. You gonna find us on Even the Worst Network, the app. Get that.
I like that plug.
We tell y'all every week to get the app. Download. You're gonna hear some shit. You know what I'm saying? You got these different shows that's gonna talk to you. We gonna talk to you every day of the week. Is a show, courtesy of the Even the Rush Network. Download the app. You're never gonna miss a beat. Anything.
Literally, there's literally a show for you on this app, on this network. If you don't like to hear men talk about stuff, we got a show where women are talking about stuff. If you don't want to hear that, if you're looking to purchase a home, they have a real estate show. If you want into sports, they have a sports show. If you're into wrestling, I have a wrestling show. Like
all of that, everything. But this man, the Even the Rush Network covers the board. And anybody tell you different, they're lying. For hell, shit, we even got music. Tune in. Shit, look what we got going on Saturday. The Equation coming out. Like, we got music all day, all day that plays. Just turn the app on, put the music, put the radio on. Shout out to our DJs that keep the app going. Like, yo, listen, there's no excuse.
Shout out to Don for getting this label started. I mean, this label, or that too. But shout out to Don for getting the network started, for making the Rellz Relaxation Hour the #1 show on the network.
Yeah, I'll be modest, y'all. This guy is.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rellz Relaxation Hour is not the #1 show. Sorry. The Art of the Finished Wrestling podcast is the #1 show. Rellz Relaxation #2. I'm sorry. I tried to be humble about it, but I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Listen, man, if you got something great going on, you definitely got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to talk about it. I'm going to tell y'all this, though. Here's another pro y'all gonna hear. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of this shit this summer. Watch. So I'm gonna tell y'all gonna see a lot of 2920 shit this summer. I'm guarantee it. Ain't about something about springtime. Watch. I'm telling you. Cause I ain't gonna lie, we didn't saturate y'all a lot last year, but we gonna hit y'all. Watch. Yeah, but these motherfuckers everywhere. What the fuck is going on with them?
And my camera gonna be everywhere too. I'm taking my photography to the next level this year.
Bro, I already set up updating my phone, and I'm getting that little the shit I asked you about.
Yeah.
Watch. So all you podcasts out there, if you want motherfucking Philly, Maryland, fucking Massachusetts, Connecticut, yo, holla at me, man. Holla at us, yo. I don't have no problem pulling up, yo, what's going on this and the third. Of course, I'm gonna tell my partner, so I ain't going up there dolo. Hell no. But we get around, man. He travel, I travel. So yo, you might see it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to all podcasters out there. Like, yo, listen, this is one at the end of the day, even though we don't know each other, this is one big fam. But I'm talking about the ones with the pros, not the cons. You cons, y'all stay on the negative side.
Absolutely.
I don't want no parts of y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all because at the end of the day, it's like even though this is an hour show or 50-minute show, 45 minutes, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of things we really don't cover, and I'm not mad about it. We talk to y'all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my partner could agree with me on that. Because if we want to really go through pros and cons of podcasting, we need about 2-3 hours.
And a couple of other podcasters too. Because we could definitely take the perceptions of them, their perspectives on it.
Facts. That's facts. And that's another thing too. A lot of people understand, bro. Like, yo, we've been sending open invites to other podcasters to come on the show.
And we've had podcasters here. Don't let it twist it. We've had
People
podcasters.
just don't be taking the invites. I'll be on IG like, yo, you're a podcaster, pull up to the show. He be on IG, you're a podcast, pull up to the show. People just don't be taking the invites. Why? We don't know. At the end of the day, we're not trying to steal your stories. Because ain't nothing over here scripted. The shit that you hear me and Rellz over ain't nothing scripted. This is what we feeling. This is what we feeling. This is how we
Hold on, this ain't scripted?
No, I don't think it's scripted.
Wait,
shit,
we didn't write the script before the show started?
Nah.
Oh, my bad. That's the NFL. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, right? Yo, if the Eagles win off that score, I'll never watch football again.
What's it say the score was?
What they said? It was to be 37-34.
37-34?
Eagles, yeah. And the funny shit, I seen something else today that shows like, yo, the score could be 34-31. I'm like, yo, if that shit happened, yeah, NFL's done.
Yeah. I seen a meme the other day that said every time Shanahan gets a script at the beginning of the season, it shows him throwing the script on the ground.
Yeah, listen, man. Shanahan, man. I feel sorry for that guy, man. When is Super Bowl? Next week, right? Yeah, next week, Sunday.
Yeah, I won't be watching it.
I
gotta wash my hair that day.
Nah. Yeah, that's my time, yeah. Y'all be well, yeah.
Wow. I'm just saying. Yeah, I gotta wash my hair, man.
But nah, yeah, listen, man. If y'all out there, y'all looking at the podcast, don't get caught up in the mass and the bullshit, yo. Like, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube, one of the worst shit on YouTube they do is they don't really show the positive podcast. They always show the ones the bullshit. That's why you got these shits like Clubhouse, or it's nothing but drama on that. I don't know. I forgot who made that. That's nothing but drama. Then you got I seen that one too, KD. You got stuff like Clubhouses. You got the
so everybody picking the Chiefs. Sorry to cut you over. So everybody picking the Eagles to win.
Everybody's Eagle fan now, bro. Everybody's Eagle fan now, bro. But yeah, like you got
Philly fans gonna burn that city down, man.
Yeah, you got places like Clubhouse. Like that's definitely not good for people. You got places like even these gang podcasters. Honestly speaking, the only one that really catches my attention and that speaks the positivity of it is my man Kev Mack videos. Like, I definitely should shout out to him because Kev Mack really he schools. He's like, if you know about the gang element, even if you're not part of the gang, like it catches your attention. That man has shown, and he's a rolling 60 Crip himself, but he go through blood neighborhoods, let them tell a story. The brown side. Well, I don't think he went to the brown side because there's still racism that goes on in California with the browns and blacks. So he go to these different gangs that can tell a story, and that's his podcast. I watch that shit faithfully, and it's crazy how much I learned from the beginning of this life from 1969 until now. That's why last week I telling y'all about generational warfare. Like, yo, definitely check his story out. Check his podcast out.
Well, you know what podcast that caught my attention, that catches my attention like every week? That I can't get the Rellz Relaxation Hour, where you can find them Monday nights at 9 p.m. on the Evening Rush Network.
I definitely check these guys out. Shit. You listen. You gotta check those guys out because they go listen. They speak the truth.
Man, listen.
Y'all might not agree with some of the shit we say. I'm not gonna say it twisted like we say everything that's gonna be agreeable to y'all. but we're gonna talk some shit that you gonna have to listen to.
Shout out to that guy who puts us on. That guy, I think his name is Don. Is that his name?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He cool. I can't give too many Brooklyn people too much.
So listen, guys, we got a few minutes left, so we're about to do cheap plug. This Saturday, make sure you guys pull up, pop out, show out, take pictures with Blacko. February 11th, Love With You single release and after party. McQuasia performing. Evening Rush Entertainment putting it out there. John, myself, Blacko. Get your tickets at Eventbrite. Tickets, advanced tickets. There's still some advanced tickets left. $20. I know you don't want to pay $30 at the door, so you might as well just go online and get it for $20. Get that extra $10, you could get a drink with it, or pay for your cab, or whatever way you need to use your $10. I don't care, but make sure you just get them tickets. We want to add to that one.
I ain't gonna add. You said everything perfectly. I don't know. You said everything perfectly. It's cool.
Put it like this shit night stamp on it.
Nah. I've been cool, Remember, I'm still not 100%.
Black on his death row chain and his death row chain.
I'm still not 100% yet, so we good. But not definitely show up, man. You might catch you, you might catch.
Or the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been really, every day I listen to all different genres of music from the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, even the 2000 music. Like, bro, I'm trying to get my 2 steps in, man, this summer, man. You might catch me in places, man.
Yeah, and shout out to her song is climbing up the charts, man.
It definitely is.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who's supported it, who's tagged, who's made reels with her song, because all that counts in the algorithm too. So
it definitely do, man. It definitely do. Like, I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I could definitely apologize. I said we didn't give y'all a real lot of pros and cons of podcasting. I'm quite sure we'll have a part 2. So when the show start, and we'll just get right back into it. But we just trying to let y'all know, like, different podcasts out there that, that might, resonate your soul. That's the best way to say that. Resonates your soul. That's the ones on the pro side. You want to look about love, mental health. They have all of that shit. Matter of fact, Rellz could tell you best. You know what I'm saying? On the Anchor app, get into that. He even got something on the Anchor app. You could definitely tune into him on the Anchor app. So talk to that man. You got any questions about the Anchor app? Hit that man. He could definitely tell you everything, and even probably show you the way on there.
Yeah, hit him up. Minute though, that's the crazy part.
I'm just saying.
It's crazy. I might actually do something. I might actually try something different. I might actually do something Saturday while we're there. Something different. I just have to figure out how to put it together though.
But yeah, man, it's just like I said, everybody, y'all really need to check these different podcasts out. Not just us, man, but always keep us at your number 1 spin. I'm just put that out.
Actually, I was just saying, like, you can't go wrong with 2 black men talking about their feelings and talking about their views on life on a Monday night at 9 p.m. Ain't no Monday Night Football, so this is the place you should be. Simple.
That ass. Listen, man. Matter of fact, let's do something different out there, man. To all the audience out there that we have, the viewers, whatever. If y'all got a certain topic y'all want to talk about, hit us up. We'll look into it. Hit us up. We'll definitely talk about it. I'm with it. You with it?
I'm always with it, man.
Listen, you see the IG things right there? Inbox us. But let it be known. Tell me where you hit me up from, because I might think you spam and report your shit. I can't be going through this, right? But nah, definitely hit us up. So you got a certain topic you want to talk about. Like, listen, let's talk about it. Because I know a lot of people out there that be having certain questions that they want to speak about certain things, but sometimes they don't have a voice for it. Fuck that, we do.
Listen, if you got a topic you want to talk about, you're afraid to talk about it, but you want us to talk about it, no problem.
Definitely just said that, but y'all see how much you pay attention, right?
I really did. I was just trying to reiterate for those who,
But nah, that's what listen, man. Listen, man, you're right. But nah, there's a lot of people out there that just really, I don't want to just say, how can you say it? They don't have their voice. Or sometimes they don't be in front of the camera and talk about it. I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. If y'all got some things to talk about, some knowledge to share, start slow. Put the phone in front of your face and just talk. You never know how far you can get.
Bro, that's what I did with Anchor.
There you go. See, matter of fact, let that man explain to you how he got the anchor started. Talk to him.
Listen. All I did was download the Anchor app, put the phone next to me, and what I thought sounded like I was talking for 25 minutes was 5.5 minutes. But guess what? I realized when you're doing a podcast by yourself, you don't have to talk for an hour. 10 minutes to 15 minutes will get your point across perfectly. Just make sure everything you're saying hits all the points you need to talk about when you're talking about a certain topic. It took me a while to get comfortable with it because if I listen to my first episode, I think Rellz and Blacko has about 50 episodes. So I think from my first episode to my 50th episode, it was like you could tell a big difference. So
yeah, you know it's crazy, right? When I first did Anchor, right? I know what the fuck I was doing. You put me onto it. Yeah, I did 2 episodes, right? One of the episodes I got the most views, only 57, which I don't care. And we should actually bring that to the show one day.
Bro, you got to do why don't you do 5 minutes of Blacko on it?
Oh, well, here on Anchor?
No, Anchor. Yeah, think about 5 minutes is all you need.
I know. I started off like that. That's how the Anchor started. But I had an episode called Men and Our Emotions. And I titled that wrong. I might have to bring that to the show one day. Me and you gonna discuss that because that right there is that's gonna bring out to how we first started. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna talk about our emotions and our views on the shit because I'm gonna give you the layout of what I'm talking about. The title of Men and Our Emotions, like I don't want to go through the Anchor shit. It was like I said this: men go through 3 types of emotions. You got the ones that's 100% in with you. That's the love, pedestal. You got the one that's 50-50, who may be love with you, but at the same time, he's still halfway out. He's not too sure. Then you got the one that's just don't give a fuck. But that's the one, and I try to break them down. I try to break down each scenario down how each man could get there. You go from 100, you go from 50, and a case shit might happen in between. You could be the one that don't give a fuck no more.
It's crazy because when it comes to that, and then we getting on topic now. We about to close the show, but I'm gonna leave it with this. When it comes to that, you could, like you just said, you can go 2 different ways with that. You can literally go from no love to being in love, to then go from being in love back to having no love at all.
Facts, and that's what I said. We'll talk about that because that might be the topic before Valentine's Day coming up. We can definitely talk about that. Why, you got something you want to talk about?
Next week we are going to talk. Yeah, next week I got some stuff to talk about next week. Yeah, we go ahead.
We'll keep that one on stash.
It's a big week for us, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, I hope so.
We need that shit. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
at the end of the day, like, yo, ladies, men, no matter what y'all think, before we go off, men definitely have emotions, and we definitely.
I hope not.
Emotions. Who the hell is that?
Remember the one that called before that was on and just kept talking?
Oh, how long ago was that?
That's back when that other guy was co-hosting with us. I don't remember who he was.
Oh, but yo, before we get clock out, yo, February 9th is our birthday. I'm just gonna let that know. Just let y'all know. February 9th. That's where the 2920 comes from. All right. Y'all see the shirt? Y'all see the hat?
Smart guy.
So y'all not gonna see us till next week, but I'm just gonna let it out there. Before you go, happy birthday to the brand. Y'all gonna see that shit a whole lot. This summer, this spring. Trust me. Rellz, he's balling. He got 2 great phones. I'm just working on one.
Chill.
He got a camera and shit. You're gonna see you're gonna see a whole lot all over the city. Trust me. I guarantee it. You'll see 2920 all over the city. Whether Little Italy, fucking Little Hong, Little Chinatown, all that shit. You're gonna see it.
You said Big Harlem, Little Harlem.
All of that, I heard. Switzerland.
Brownsville.
Need more topics that touch the females. Oh, we could do that.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. So what we could do? It's crazy. What we could do is put a poll out this week online.
Yeah.
And see like what females want us to talk about. And we can see if that could lead into another topic for another show.
We can do that. I don't want to hear about just don't give us feet, ladies, because I'm quite sure you'll put a poll out. The shit probably like 95% why niggas ain't shit. Yeah, feeble minded like that sometimes. So let's not do that.
No, we're not. But on that note, it's been a great conversation. Like you said, happy birthday 2920 coming up this week. That would be Thursday. So yeah, so Thursday. Um, yeah, I'm gonna yeah. And make sure you guys come out, pull up Saturday. We're gonna be out there, um, enjoying the scenery. Like I said, it's a big week for us, so we're gonna make it count.
Word. So thank y'all for tuning in. We holla.
Have a
Peace.
good night, y'all.